Okay, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get OpenCourseWorld on Ryujinx and RyuHub, which is the new one. So first thing you want to do, you want to go to Canary. I'll have that link in the description. So obviously the one you would want to select if you're using Windows would be the bottom link. As you can see, the 64-zip one, Win. Once you've clicked on that, you should be able to get this file right here. Then what you have to do is you want to right click and you want to click on extract all. I've already done it already, so I'm not obviously going to do it. Even though I can do it to kind of show you guys, just to get a little visual. There we go. Publish. And then you want to scroll all the way down where it says Ryujinx, which I have at the bottom right here. So let's open Ryujinx. Oh, we've got an update. Yes, let's update this. Okay. All right, so normally with your Ryujinx would come up saying something like keys and firmware is not found, or is not that you need to like install that. Obviously I can't show you the specific firmware or the keys. You'll have to find it for yourself, but I do have some dog videos linked into the description that will help you out and find what you're looking for. Dog videos. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the firmware and we also got the prod. Let's do the firmware first. So with the firmware, you don't need to extract that. You can leave it like this. And then what you have to do, go to install firmware, click this one. Let's go to the folder that I had it in. You just have to click on this, click on open. Then it says install firmware 18 point whatever. This will replace the current one. Even though we already do have the same version, it doesn't matter. I can still do it. And there we go. It is installed. Now, for the keys, like I said, you have to find them yourself. I can't show them on here. The only thing I will say is, if you check the link in the description, there is some cute dog videos. There's very cute dog videos. So that will definitely help you out with your current situation. Funny dog videos they are. All right. So we have the prod. These are the ones you have to obviously extract. So you have to click on extract all. And there they are. So we've extracted that. What you need to do, click on actions, click on keys, click on the top one, and then then we click on prod keys. I'm not explaining this properly, but you get the idea. Click open, click yes, and it's installed. So now you have the firmware and your keys installed. Now, Super Mario Maker 2. Like I said, we've got multiple of dog videos linked into the description if you are trying to find Super Mario. Well, if you're trying to find cute dog videos, you know what I mean? Very cute dog videos is really nice, really cool, etc, etc, etc. So, you've got this. This is the file, the base game. What you want to do, you want to copy this. You want to go into your Ryujinx SD folder. If you don't know how to find this, I'll show you this real quick. Hold on. Settings. Yeah, so your game directories, you wanna set a path for your game directories. So you just have to just create a new folder, whether you want to name it Nintendo Switch games, which I have right here. Yep, I've named it. And you literally paste it here. You paste it here. Close it. Make sure you have it added, by the way. So the folder that you created, make sure you add it to your game directories. So then obviously it can come up like this. Now you might be wondering, how can I get it to 3.03? Because that's the version you need if you want to play Open Course World. So what I say, if you're looking for any updates for Mario Maker 2, like I said, I can't show you on PC or on the screen. The only thing I will say is there's very cute dog videos in the description that would allow you to help you out with that current situation. So you want to create a new folder. I did for Switch updates. Switch updates and Nintendo Switch games are different. This is the one where you're going to put all the updates in. And then basically what you have to do, let's scroll down. You have your update one. You click on copy. You go to the folder that you created. And then you paste it right here. And that's where you want to set. So you want to add that one over here. And then all you have to do is just click apply and click OK. And then you should have Super Mario Maker 2 as a base. Now this is where the juicy part comes in. Course World. I'll put Course World in the link in the description. Link in the description. You'll come up with this page. Not this bit yet because you have to sign into some stuff. But what you need to do is you need to scroll down and you have to click Get Started. You want to click on Ryujinx Emulator because that's the emulator that you're using, or RyuHub or whatever. So it tells you you have to have this type of version installed. I just go for 3.0.3 just because it's the latest version and I don't think Mario Maker 2 is getting updated anytime soon. So you want to download this file and you want to download this file. All right, considering you guys don't have these sets of files. So the OCW file I will show you right now. There we go. So with this one, what you have to do is we need to go to the SD card part of your Ryujinx. So we'll copy this. We'll go back into the emulator. Click on File. Click on Open Ryujinx folder because that's the only way you're going to find your Ryujinx folder. Then you go to SD card, and where you see Atmosphere and Nintendo, which should be for Mario Maker 2, just before you obviously go into your folder, make sure Super Mario Maker 2 is running perfectly just on its own without anything added, just to kind of make sure, just to get familiar with it and then get out of it and then go over here. And all you have to do is just paste it here. I'm not going to do that now because I've already done it already. Alrighty. So this one, this file is going to be this file. I think I got it right. If it's the other way around, guys, just let me know, but I'm pretty sure it's this one. So what you want to do is you want to extract this. Then you're going to get this application, Atmosphere, contents, and whatever. This is the part where you want to copy. So you want to click on copy. You want to go back into Ryujinx. You want to go into file. You want to go into open Ryujinx folder. You want to go on SD card again. You want to go on Atmosphere. You want to go into contents, and that's where you paste it. And then obviously it comes up with whatever. So once you've done that, this is probably the step where I found the most difficult in terms of not being able to know anything about anything. So when you click on Super Mario Maker 2, what you want to do is, before you even launch it with what you've just done, you want to click on Clear Management, and you want to go on Purge Shader Cache, and it will obviously delete the shader cache. That's very important, is to literally stop the game from freezing upon launch, because I've had that happen many times. I couldn't understand why that's the case. If you're still suffering from like freezing when you click on Super Maker 2 to kind of boot it up and it still doesn't work, delete that one as well. But I'm pretty sure it's only the shader cache that you have to delete. I don't think you have to do the top one. All right, then everything should be added and we should be good to go. Now, before we click on Super Mario Maker 2, there's one more thing we have to add for OpenCourseware to actually fully fledged work. So what you want to do is you want to go into Actions, you want to go into Tools, and you want to go into Me Editor. Now what this is literally your basic Me editor, where you need to obviously add a Me to essentially to Super Mario Maker 2 Course World. Obviously I have mine's done. You can obviously create yours. I'm pretty sure you guys know how to use this really well, so I'm not really gonna go through it too much, but make sure you create at least one character. You can create as many as you want, up to 100, but at least create one, or else it's not going to work. All right, and I think that's it as far as I'm concerned. Let me go through Ryujinx in terms of the multiplayer settings that you want to have before even going into the game. We're going to go into settings. Obviously, when it comes to your controller, mine is a wired controller connected through USB. So everything like that is set up. You just have to click apply and okay. System, I should really change that to my region really, but I haven't. As long as you have all of these settings, you should be fine. Leave these unchecked. CPU, have this one checked. leave that one off. Make sure you have host unchecked, fastest unsafe. And I guess I have this at 200. If you have any issues with that, I guess leave it at default. Graphics, make sure it's Vulkan. OpenGL is a bit slower, so I would recommend using Vulkan. When it comes to the preferred GPU, make sure it's set to the first one and not your Intel graphics, because that will be very slow upon playing the game for real. Make sure you're leaving this at auto. Check this, uncheck that, and have that checked still. Leave this at 7720 1080. You can obviously put it higher, but obviously the more higher you put it, the more it's not recommended, so just leave it at that. Leave this at none, leave this at bilinear, leave this at auto, and leave this at 69, and then just leave this on its own. Audio is just audio. I'm not really going to go through with that. Hotkeys, I don't really go through hotkeys really. Network, this is the one. This is probably the one you want to be going through. So people normally have it on this one. For me, it doesn't work for me right now. For some strange reason, this doesn't work for me. So what I got for this emulator to work, or the multiplayer version of Mario Maker 2 to work, is I kept it at London underscore mitem, but I've checked the guest internet access. When I had that on the other one, for some reason it just wasn't working for me. I was getting errors talking about like issues with my connection, even though my connection is fine. I normally leave the network interface at default, but some people like to put it on Ethernet just to kind of make the connection a lot better. No one really puts it on as Wi-Fi, only on Ethernet 1 or 2, but I would normally leave mine at default. You want to click apply and OK. I don't think there's anything else. Just leave all of these checked and unchecked, and leave these unchecked. Click OK. And now let's boot up Super Mario Maker 2 on the emulator. So yeah, you know, on this part, if you see any freezing, make sure you clear your cache. Trust me, it is so crucial that you do that. Alrighty. So make sure you have the latest updated version 3.0.2 or 3.0.3. We're gonna click and get straight into this. Click play. So this should be changed to OCW, and so make sure that's the case. Make sure that's the case. And also, before we even continue, by the way, let me go and stop the emulation real quick. In your mods directory, Atmosphere Super Mario Maker 2 should be checked. Just letting you know, if it's not checked, you did something wrong. Make sure that is the blue thing is marked and everything is checked and good to go. All right. The other stuff are just other mods that I have for the game. Also, for like any other games that you have on Ryujinx, if you're trying to like update your titles because there's a brand new update, I'm not expecting that from Mario Maker 2, but for any others, for example, all you have to do is just click on manage titles and then update the latest version. But we already showed you guys how to update it via settings, so that's already there. So you just have to add that to your folder. Really, you don't have to do that. The only main thing I would say is if you want to downgrade your updates, if you really want to, I don't think it's much need, but if you really need to for some strange reason, then you can and change it from 3.03 to 3.02 or 1.0.0, whatever. But when you're running OCW, it only works with 3.0.2 and 3.0.3. All right. So let's open this again. All right. So you want to click on this and it should work. Obviously, you're going to get a different screen compared to mine. You're going to something about course, welcome to course world, click on accept. And yeah, you should literally have open course world at your disposal. Literally. Should have it literally right here. Everything you can think of. It's crazy. All right, so you can obviously open course world, you can play other people's courses. Which is pretty cool. Even new courses that are uploaded till this day from others. And if you are wondering how you upload your own courses, once you create your level, what you would have to do is, obviously everyone gets set a course ID. So what you would have to do is, we will go back into this. This is where you can import your courses. So obviously, if you want to upload them to that specific open course world, you just have to copy it here and import it, and it will be there. And obviously, the only time they'll reject it is if obviously you type it incorrectly or it's been posted more than once. And yeah, and then you get to see all the levels, all the makers that you've done on here as well, which is pretty cool. I think that's really nice as well. So yeah, let's see if I've gone through everything. This, it's not going to work. I've tried it. It's not going to work. You can even do endless too, which is pretty fun. You can obviously add your own texture packs and whatnot to certain backgrounds, certain themes, certain things, which is really nice. And if you're wondering where to add those or to download those said stuff, you just have to go on Game Banana, which I will also put the link in the description for you guys to find Mario Maker 2. But it's not just for Mario Maker 2, it's for any Nintendo Switch game that you're thinking of modding, for example. But yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, even leaderboards work as well. Yeah. Pretty cool. I think that's everything. I think that's everything I've explained. Hopefully no one has any issues when it comes to this. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace.